Good morning. Welcome to Keep This in Mind, brought to you by SpectHealth.com. I am David Specht. I got so busy with interviews yesterday. I thought I did a daily show, but what I really did was some podcast interviews of some upcoming shows that I think are going to be flipping amazing. So stay tuned for those. Keep a watch on our social channels, and I think you will really enjoy some of the upcoming episodes. But today, I want to complete a line of thoughts that I've been talking about the last week, and that is the power of your circle. We talked about, or I talked about, because this is the show, about how important it is about the 5 people you're around the most, right? The people that are adding to your life. But there's another part of the equation that I think a lot of us miss, and that is, are we open to new relationships? Are we open to contacting or get in touch with people that may scare us a little bit, or that we are intimidated by because we think that they're not going to speak to us, they're not going to be in our realm or something, or maybe we don't agree politically with them, or maybe we don't agree from a religion standpoint. But can I tell you that if you are always closed off to a relationship because of the things that are holding you back, you're going to miss out on some wonderful friendships, some wonderful mentorship. You see, a year ago almost, well, I guess it's more like 6 months. But anyway, back in October, I attended an event that I did not want to go to. It was called the Unstoppable Mastermind. And it was held in a little venue, and there were people there that spoke that I'd never heard of. But in that room, I was invited by a friend of mine, and I was in that room and I listened, and I resonated with several of them. Where they were coming from really spoke to me. And so in that venue, I made a decision that I was going to contact each one of the speakers. Number one, to congratulate them on a great talk, to thank them for coming, because I didn't have to pay to go to this event. And I took notes. I took notes at the event, and then I contacted each one of them, referencing something that spoke to me, thanked them, and offered to continue the relationship. Now, this is out of my wheelhouse. If you know me from a personal networking standpoint, you may think that I'm the guy that can talk to anybody. But the truth of the matter is, when I'm in a room full of people I don't know, I tend to be the wallflower. I tend to be the observer, not the networker. So just doing this one exercise really stretched me. But can I tell you that doing that exercise has paid off in so many ways in the personal relationships that I currently have? In fact, some of the guests on the show that you've already heard came out of that event, the follow-up from that event. One of my closest friends, a mentor and a coach, is Omar Medrano, who was a speaker at that event. And I reached out to him saying, hey, your story resonates with me. Let's talk. And he's from a different part of the country. This isn't like, oh, we had coffee at Starbucks and now we're friends. No, this took some intentional effort. But can I tell you that the reciprocal quality of life that I have now, the growth that I have had in the last 6 months is directly a result of being open to creating new relationships. So I want to ask you today, who do you want in your circle? Who is the person or persons that you have been avoiding making contact with because you're intimidated? Maybe it's your own imposter syndrome, that you don't feel like you're good enough, those limiting beliefs that somehow God created a better human being in them than he created in you. Can I tell you, we were all created from the same stuff. And they're no better regardless of what their bank account says. They're no better regardless of how well they speak or how well they don't speak. So I want to encourage you today, find at least one person that you've been wanting in your circle and go out there and make contact. Put yourself out there. Like my coach Omar says, the answer is always no until you ask. So why don't you go ahead and ask today and just see where it'll lead you. Remember, I want to be your health coach. I want to be your life coach. I want to be your business coach. But it all starts with one thing, and that is let's get one of your areas of your life in order. And the best way and the easiest way and the most traction that I can see is when you start with your health. So shoot the QR code, go take a health assessment. Let's get on the phone. Let's start you on a journey to a better version of yourself. And this is what I know. Once you get traction there, you're going to want to take on other areas. Have a great weekend, folks. God bless.